Why we have to learn grammar correctly when we learn English. When we begin to learn English or any other language, one of the first and most important things we must focus on is grammar. Grammar is the set of rules that guides how we form words, phrases, and sentences. It helps us communicate ideas clearly and correctly. Some people think grammar is boring or too difficult, but the truth is, learning grammar correctly is essential for anyone who wants to use English effectively in speaking, writing, listening, or reading. In this article, we will explore the reasons why learning grammar correctly is so important when we learn English, and how good grammar helps us succeed in school, at work, and in real life. 1. Grammar is the foundation of communication. Grammar gives structure to our language. Without grammar, words lose their meaning and messages become confusing. For example, incorrect, she go to school every day. Correct, she goes to school every day. In the incorrect sentence, the mistake in the verb form makes the sentence sound awkward or confusing. When we use the correct grammar, the sentence is clear and professional. When we speak or write English, we want others to understand us easily. Grammar allows us to share our ideas, feelings, and information clearly and accurately. Without correct grammar, communication breaks down. 2. Correct grammar helps us avoid misunderstandings. Even small grammar mistakes can change the meaning of a sentence. For example, let's eat, Grandma. You are inviting Grandma to eat. Let's eat, Grandma. It sounds like you want to eat Grandma. A big and funny mistake. This shows how grammar, including punctuation, verb forms, and word order, is necessary to make sure others understand what we mean. If we don't use grammar correctly, people may misunderstand us or get the wrong message. 3. Good grammar builds confidence. When we speak or write using correct grammar, we feel more confident. We are not afraid to express ourselves because we know we are using the right words in the right way. For example, if you're giving a presentation in class or at work, good grammar helps you sound more professional and knowledgeable. If you're writing an email or essay, good grammar shows that you care about how you communicate. Confidence grows when we know that our grammar is strong. We are more likely to participate in conversations, write clearly, and speak in public. 4. Grammar is important for academic and career success. In schools, colleges, and universities, students are expected to use correct grammar in their writing and speaking. Essays, reports, presentations, and exams all require proper grammar. Teachers often grade students not only on their ideas, but also on how well they express those ideas using grammar. In the workplace, grammar is just as important. If you are writing emails, reports, resumes, or messages to clients, your grammar reflects your professionalism. Poor grammar can make a bad impression and may even cause you to lose job opportunities. For students and professionals, grammar is a key to success. 5. Correct grammar helps in learning. Other skills. Grammar is not separate from the other skills in English. It is part of all of them. When you read, good grammar helps you understand what the writer means. When you listen, it helps you follow the speaker. When you speak or write, grammar helps you say what you want correctly. For example, reading, you can understand the past tense in a story better if you know how past tense verbs work. Listening, you can recognize whether someone is talking about the present or future by listening to their verb forms. Speaking, you can give clear directions or tell a story correctly by using correct grammar. Writing, you can create well-structured paragraphs and avoid mistakes that confuse the reader. So, learning grammar correctly supports all areas of English learning. 6. Grammar improves writing skills. Writing in English requires more than just vocabulary. You need to know how to organize sentences, use correct tenses, and connect ideas. Grammar teaches you how to start and end a sentence, use punctuation correctly, choose the right verb tense, use articles, a, an, the, make questions and negatives, write in formal or informal style. With strong grammar, your writing becomes more polished and professional. Whether you're writing a school essay, a letter, or a blog post, grammar makes your writing better and easier to understand. 7. Grammar shows respect for the language and the listener. Using grammar correctly shows that we respect the language and the people we are speaking or writing to. It tells the reader or listener that we care about what we are saying and how we say it. When we take time to learn and use grammar properly, we are making an effort to communicate clearly and respectfully. This builds better relationships with teachers, classmates, coworkers, or friends who speak English. 8. Learning grammar helps us learn faster. Some students try to learn English without studying grammar. They may memorize sentences or phrases without understanding how they work. But this can be limiting. If you understand grammar rules, you can make your own sentences, speak more flexibly, understand different sentence structures, avoid repeating mistakes. For example, if you understand the rule for using will for the future, you can say, I will go. He will eat. We will travel. Instead of memorizing each sentence, you can build new ones using the same rule. This helps you learn faster and more independently. 9. Grammar helps in international communication. English is a global language. People from different countries and cultures use English to communicate. Since accents and pronunciation may differ, grammar becomes even more important for clear communication. Whether you're traveling, studying abroad, or working with international partners, good grammar helps everyone understand each other better. It creates a common ground for communication, no matter where you're from. 10. Correct grammar helps you pass exams and tests. Many English tests, such as IELTS, TOEFL, TOEIC, and school exams, include grammar as part of the score. You will be tested on your ability to use tenses, articles, prepositions, sentence structures, and more. If you want to pass these tests with a high score, you must study grammar carefully and use it correctly. Good grammar is one of the keys to success in English exams. 11. Grammar supports logical thinking. Grammar is not just about language, it also helps develop logical thinking. When we study grammar, we learn how sentences are built, how actions relate to time, tenses, and how different parts of a sentence work together. This improves our ability to think in a structured way. For example, if it rains, I will stay home. Conditional. Although I was tired, I finished my homework. Concession. These grammar structures reflect complex thoughts. By learning them, students also learn how to express complicated ideas clearly, an important skill in school and life. 12. It prevents common and embarrassing mistakes. Incorrect grammar can lead to funny or embarrassing misunderstandings. Consider the difference between I'm cooking my mom, a big mistake, I'm cooking for my mom, correct meaning. Just one word or a small grammar error can completely change the message. By learning grammar properly, we avoid these awkward situations. This is especially important when speaking with strangers, teachers, or employers, where we want to make a good impression. 13. Grammar is the key to advanced English. For beginners, simple sentences are enough. But as we grow in our English learning, we want to express more advanced thoughts. Grammar allows us to do that. Compare. Basic. I go to school. Advanced. I have been going to school every day since the beginning of the term. The second sentence uses the present perfect continuous tense and a time expression. This level of fluency can only be achieved through proper grammar knowledge. 14. Grammar helps us learn other languages. Once you understand grammar in one language, it becomes easier to learn another. For example, if you know what a verb, noun, or clause is in English, you will recognize these parts in French, Spanish, Japanese, or any other language. English grammar acts like a toolbox. When you know how to build and fix sentences using grammar tools, you can apply the same methods to other languages. So, mastering English grammar builds your overall language learning ability. 15. It improves public speaking and presentations. Speaking in public is a skill needed in school and careers. Using proper grammar when giving a presentation makes your speech sound smooth and professional. Imagine two students giving the same speech. One uses correct grammar, while the other makes constant mistakes. The first student sounds confident and gets better feedback. Grammar gives your speech clarity and strength, helping you persuade, explain, or inform effectively. 16. Correct grammar increases job opportunities. Employers around the world value good communication skills, and that includes grammar. Whether you work in an office, hotel, store, or online, using correct grammar in emails, chats, and reports shows professionalism. For example, if you're applying for a job and your resume says, "I has experience work with customers." Incorrect. "I have experience working with customers." Correct. Which one do you think the company will choose? Correct grammar can be the difference between getting the job or not. 17. It builds a strong writing style. Great writers pay close attention to grammar. When you write an essay, article, blog, or story, grammar helps organize your ideas clearly. It helps you use transitions, build paragraphs, and make your voice more powerful. Good grammar also allows for variety. You can write short sentences for impact and long sentences to explain ideas fully. Without grammar, writing becomes messy and hard to follow. 18. Grammar is everywhere, not just in classrooms. Some people think grammar is only for school, but in real life, grammar is everywhere. You use it when you text a friend, post on social media, write an email, comment on YouTube, ask for help at the airport, speak to someone in English. Every time you use English, grammar is involved. Learning it correctly prepares you for real-world situations where communication matters. 19. Grammar makes learning. English. Fun, believe it or not, grammar can be interesting and fun when learned in the right way. Games, songs, apps, stories, and interactive exercises make grammar more enjoyable. Use grammar games like Kahoot or Quizlet. Listen to English songs and analyze the grammar. Watch shows or cartoons with subtitles and spot verb tenses. Create your own fun sentences using new grammar rules. When grammar is learned through creativity and curiosity, it becomes something you enjoy, not something you fear. 20. Grammar helps you teach others. When you know grammar well, you can also help your classmates, friends, or even younger siblings. Teaching someone else is one of the best ways to review what you've learned. Explaining why we say she was walking and not she walking helps you understand the rule better yourself. You become a role model in class and can also think about becoming a tutor or even a teacher one day. 21. Correct grammar reflects a growth mindset. Learning grammar requires practice, patience, and perseverance. When you take the time to learn and correct your mistakes, you show a growth mindset, the belief that you can improve with effort. A growth mindset not only helps in English, but also in math, science, and life in general. It's about being open to learning and growing. And grammar is a great way to build that mindset. 22. Grammar supports better listening skills. When we listen to others speak English, in conversations, movies, or lessons, grammar helps us understand the meaning and timing of what they are saying. If someone says, "I would have gone if I had known," you can only understand this conditional sentence if you have learned the grammar behind it. This helps with better listening, comprehension, and responding appropriately. 23. It helps you speak fluently. So some learners hesitate to speak because they are afraid of grammar mistakes, but if you study grammar properly, you'll know how to form sentences quickly and naturally. Fluency is not about speed, it's about comfort and correctness. Learning grammar correctly gives you the tools to speak with less fear and more flow. Learning English grammar correctly is one of the smartest investments you can make in your language journey. It's more than just following rules. It's about opening the door to understanding, creativity, expression, and success. Grammar helps you communicate clearly, write powerfully, speak confidently, and connect with people across the world. It supports every skill in English and every area of life where English is used. So don't rush or skip grammar. Take your time, learn it step by step, and use it in your daily speaking and writing. With dedication and practice, you will see great results, and you'll be proud of how far your English can go.